As a parent of a West Salem Middle School student, it is helpful to keep track of student progress. One option is Skyward. Skyward is a great place to check grades or keep track of missing assignments. Another option is Homework Hotline. This is where teachers post homework that students and families can access. And finally, teachers also use Google Classroom to communicate within their classroom to their students. Let's talk about how we can access these. To access Skyward, you would go to the district webpage, and in the upper right-hand corner there is a Skyward icon that you can select. Once you select it, you select the Student Family button, and it tells you that you're going to leave the site, and then you simply log in. If you have any difficulties with logging into Skyward, you should contact the West Salem Middle School office for assistance. To access Homework Hotline, you would go to the middle school page. So under schools, you would choose middle school. Then on the middle school page, you could either go under academics or under families to choose Homework Hotline. Once you're in the Homework Hotline, it's important to select the correct grade across the top. And once you've chosen the grade, then you would scroll to find the teacher as well as the day across the top. The third way to have information about what's going on in the student's classroom is through Google Classroom. Now, some of you may already be receiving these emails, but for those of you who are new to this, let's talk about how you can get started. You may receive an invitation from one of the teachers saying, get Google Classroom email summaries for, and then having your student name on there. This is what a typical invite looks like. So it will tell you the teacher's name who invited you, and then your student's name on there. To begin with, if you receive one of these and it is not your student, please click the I'm not the guardian and contact the teacher who sent this invitation out. If you are the parent or guardian and you want to receive an email summary, you simply click the blue Accept button. Now this is a little bit different in that you're not actually joining the classroom, you're just receiving summaries of what's happening in the classroom. In my case here, I may be signed into more than one account, so it's telling me what email that I'm signing up for, so I'm going to choose Accept with that. And then I have some options about how frequently I want to receive the email. I can receive an email weekly that usually comes out on Friday afternoons, or I can receive a daily summary that comes out at the end of the day, or if I don't want a summary at all, I can choose that as well. The other thing that you can change in here is the time zone. So this is the central time zone is correct for our area. However, sometimes parents find that these come in later in the evening, which they feel is too late, and we have absolutely no control over that. Google Classroom determines when these are sent out. However, you can fudge the time zone a little bit to get it to come into your inbox a little earlier. So you could play around with the different time zones and see if you could get it earlier if you needed it. Here is an example of what a sample weekly summary could look like for a student. So keep in mind that you do not receive a summary for each class, but instead you receive one email and it's all summarized together into one email. So for example, this student is in U.S. history and American literature and marine biology, and you can see the posts that were put in there for the week. This is an excellent way of having conversations with your child about what's going on in the classroom. You might find out what books they're reading or what topics they're studying in areas, and so that you can ask more questions that lead to conversations. If you really wanted to see more specifically what the student sees, then I would certainly recommend that you have the student open their Google Classroom app on their device so you can see what that looks like. But again, the parent does not actually join the class. The parent just gets a summary of what happened in the class. If at any time you change your mind about the email summaries, you can scroll to the bottom of the summary and you'll see Settings and Unsubscribe. Settings will allow you to change the frequency, so maybe you chose weekly and you want it to receive it daily. You can go in and do that. And settings is where you can also adjust the time zone. If you no longer wish to receive the emails, you can simply hit unsubscribe on here. If you are not receiving a Google Classroom summary and would like to, please contact your child's homeroom teacher. They can send you out an invite. If you have questions about your child's homework or grades, please contact the classroom teacher. If you have general questions about Google Classroom, please contact me, Kathy Hilby. I've put my contact information on the screen so that you can certainly email me questions if you would like. We hope this information will help you stay better informed with your child's progress.